Close enough?
Yeah,
258.
459.
This wasn't the year, but
They working?
Whack on there. Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We watched young children.
Warrants are signed by everybody that's here, correct?
Correct.
Okay, approval of meeting minutes for September 19th, 2023. I didn't note anything that jumped out at me as being wrong.
I'll make a motion to accept it as read.
I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the town of Newry Selectboard meeting minutes for September 19th. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor. Think what they gave us.
I wonder why he's looking
Any adjustments to the agenda?
at me. No,
Any announcements?
no. Not for me.
Public comment?
No, said it here.
Just me and you, Brooks.
There is, well, I guess I don't know if it's a public hearing, but don't we?
We don't have to have a public hearing. It's just a renewal.
All possible action on a.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll start right out with Jar Company cannabis renewal.
Just a renewal for the store. They've paid their $2,050.
There's been no complaints, no
I haven't had any. You had any?
reasons for it.
I've had no complaints come in, a couple of sign, issues that we've had throughout the year, I've called them, they take care of it, signs down, so it's worked out well. They communicate very well.
Well, I would imagine they would, because there's probably a little bit of money right there.
It's hard with a town line being right there, with two different sign ordinances,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I guess I'll make a motion to grant renewal.
I'll second that.
We moved and seconded to grant
Yes, I-
the renewal for Jar Company cannabis. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor?
Please sign. Yeah, just the top page. The other part I have to sign, you have to notarize, and we have to send in tomorrow. Yes. Yep. I left all my little notes on it, so, because I had it a month ago.
This has to be improved.
No, doesn't matter. I just email it to the state. I have to scan it, no. I don't know, so.
All right, Bethel Library update. Do we want a free portable library?
I don't remember the gentleman's name that came in one day, and he was, came in for we had given our donation, and he wanted to thank us for the donation. I believe he brought us a thank you card. And he said that the new, librarian wanted to meet me, but she was unavailable to come, blah, blah, blah. So she had emailed me, so I said, if you just wanna give us an update of what you do and stuff, and she goes, well, I wanted to talk to you to see if you guys had wanted a library swap here or someplace in the town, if that was anything we're interested in. She goes, she has a lot of Newry residents go there, thanks us for our support, and so she wrote up different things that they do, and just wanna know if we wanted a little spot.
Well, if we did that, I mean, there probably wouldn't be a lot of books.
No.
So, I mean, I suppose if people would come in, they could probably ask for something in particular, but then they would have to come during
Yeah. when we're-
open hours.
And if the book was here and it disappeared, who's responsible?
Right.
Right.
So,
I've never had anybody request anything. She can get books from all over the place, I guess,
Yeah, that's what it
that's what it
said.
said, so. But I'm assuming if they can do that, then if you were home and homebound or whatever, and you wanted to request something, you could call, then they'd probably mail it to you anyway. I know you could do that through the state of Maine at one point.
well, then if a lot of people that read have Kindles and can buy books
It
online,
sounds like from the last paragraph, it says we have a large book sale offering, and the books for the little library would be coming from that.
The little library is one of those portable little houses, that you open up a little door, it's on a post, it's outside. I mean, Greenwood has one, Norway has a couple in different parts of the
They say it
town.
looked like a little,
Yeah,
almost like a big mailbox.
there you go,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they look like, yeah. They work really well in urban neighborhoods,
Right.
because you take the book, you leave the book, that's just, you know, it's
Yeah.
a give and take type of thing. But it's also more, it's, I don't wanna say regulated, it's got more observation around it, so it's not damaged, it's not, you know,
Right.
It's
Trash
someplace
receptacle.
where there's a camera showing it.
Yeah.
that would be handy too.
I mean, we did have a book swap here before. That went well for a little while, and then it just
Yeah,
dropped off.
right.
My suggestion is that we just do the table this for the time being. If they want
Well, and I
to
think-
talk to us more, then that's good.
Well, or, town meeting time,
Yeah.
you know, if they wanna come and
Right.
see what
Yeah,
it would
we
be
can
for
put that
interest
on
or
with the
something.
Yeah.
donation.
Yeah,
Increased Grange Hall rental fees.
At what point in time would this go into effect?
sooner than later. That's my
Well, I'm
thought.
just wondering
No.
about the people that are already renting it, that's
Oh,
all.
the ones that are already written it that have paid, and they've already paid, but I don't think we have anybody. Cause we let the senior college use it for free, and we let the senior college, whatever, the Tai Chi stuff,
Yeah,
that's all free anyway.
and then we're done with the school,
Yeah, cause she has not come back, so.
okay.
Just because it heat,
Well, it's costing more, we know that.
yes,
Electricity.
yeah,
We
the
just
electricity,
spent
yeah,
Several $1,000s on a septic system,
well, and the window that got broken,
you know?
Right,
that was what, 350-ish,
383, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
so. I mean, $50 to rent it was pretty damn cheap.
Yeah. I'll make a
I think
mo-
I just threw out these prices, I mean, if you guys wanted to do different, feel
So
free.
is this something that you do, it used to be 50, so now you're thinking about going up to 100,
Yeah,
200, 300 or whatever?
yeah, yeah,
Now, when they do that, they don't, if they say downstairs, upstairs.
you know, I don't think they should be separated. I mean, how do I know if they're renting the downstairs and they're not gonna go upstairs?
That's just what I was gonna
I'm not
ask.
gonna go
Right, no, I
babysitting.
mean, that's
Yeah.
what I was,
Yeah,
so you could almost
just say,
do away just the hall.
yeah,
Yeah,
Right, whether, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether you use the
Downstairs
downstairs,
or the
upstairs,
yeah,
but,
yeah. However you guys wanna do it, but I agree with that, just make it,
I think, I agree with that, but I'd like to see a stipulation in there, we'll say if there was some prominent person in town who's gonna have a wake or something there, maybe we could adjust the figures, or leave it.
Oh, yes.
Leave it up there.
if it
could
was
be
a
done.
resident that passed away, like Barbara Delant,
Yeah,
we did not charge them.
okay, but I'd like to see that in writing.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
If it's a resident that wants to use the hall for a, how should we
Wedding, you
word that?
charge them. but
Yeah,
if
wedding
it's
we
a-
charge.
Right, but if it's a
Or a
Yeah,
resident that
funeral, something.
passes.
all right,
Celebration of life or something.
Yeah.
yeah. What would you take it up for a price
What happened?
for totally? But I agree.
Half price? I don't know, I'm just trying to cover all of our bases.
from the past, we haven't charged anybody if it's been,
no,
when we've done that.
That's, yeah,
yeah.
I don't know, probably we should charge, but
I figured they would charge us at that point in time, there's enough stress. Usually, the ones, those type that rent it for that, come in and set up like the day before, and they clean it, and it looks better when they leave than it does before they started. A lot of times,
yeah.
but,
They leave it in good.
yeah, they leave it good.
Well, I just wanted to see that
Yeah, no, I agree, Tink, that's a great idea.
in writing, so
Yeah.
somebody can't say, we did it for this one, but not for that one.
Yeah. So we can,
That would be residents,
yeah, resident, yeah,
if it was Hanover, like we used Hanover, people have used it before.
yeah,
That would be the charge,
yeah.
okay.
So I've got a question. Jewel Clark and I are gonna do a project where we're gonna film some of her songs. And we wanna use some of the stages in, you know, in the different towns, different Grange homes. Would that rate apply to something like that, or it'd be just for 1 or 2 hours?
I wouldn't think
I
so.
wouldn't think, you know, I guess, as long as you're responsible for any damage. I
Yeah,
don't see that it would be a, you could do.
I mean,
it
you'd have
without
to
that.
check and see if it's being used that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so,
I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, how can we say that's a problem, because we've let this theater problem, we've let
yeah,
Taekwondo,
yeah, touchy, yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
yeah,
you're helping community people,
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
yes,
it's different than like having a wedding reception or something, that, yes, you're helping
Wear
them,
and tear and,
yeah.
it's,
Maybe.
it's different, well,
Well, and,
well, then that leaves a whole other question, I
Exactly.
mean, there's not supposed to be any alcohol there. But who,
and we tell them that, and they'll, yeah, and I'm not gonna go police it.
Well, as long as we get it down in writing and they sign for it.
They
That's
do.
right.
They
all
sign for it
Yeah.
and they put a credit card on
Card down.
file
Yeah.
if there's any
Damage.
damages.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that's what we want.
someone gets drunk, falls down the stairs.
Right.
they should have had the key and brought the chair up.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm making a motion to go with
So,
this proposal.
we want the $200 for the non-taxpayer, so we're just gonna do $100 and $200 for the whole building in the summer, then $150 and $300 for the whole building winter. Is that what we're looking at?
I would say so,
Okay.
with the stipulation of the residents.
Yes, yep, for the, yep. And while we're on this subject of Rachel, we eventually gotta change that curtain, not the,
And you mean
the curtain on the, for the stage, that is hideous.
Right.
Budget time?
I would suggest that.
Okay.
I'd like to bring up something about the Grange.
No.
You and I talked about those short posts that Swayze put in there.
Yeah.
Do you think you can back in there with your Kubota and
I
just
was either gonna pull them out and put longer ones in so that you could.
tie my rope around it like I like to do for the snowmobile, so we don't
I've got-
plow?
I
Yeah,
got a couple of metal fence posts that are.
we have some short ones in here too, that would work, okay.
I'll take care of that within the next week or so.
Awesome.
I've looked at that several times and thought about it. I even cleaned the bushes up down there, the trees that were hanging down, if anybody ever noticed.
I did notice, and we gotta do that pipe up by the,
No,
back by the
did they
propane
cover
tank.
cover that pipe.
Oh,
Remember the one that's sticking out from the basement?
The
yeah,
propane guy gave us a hard time
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
okay.
Joelle was involved with that.
No,
but
she was gone. Vacation, her and her vacations.
So what we're gonna do is seal it up, probably
Seal up.
put some.
Yeah, he said
silicone
seal it up or take it out.
Is it for a sump pump? What's this pipe doing?
I don't know, it's just sticking out by the propane tank itself out back, and I think it's from, well, I don't know, I was thinking it was from the gas stoves that we used to have in there.
It might have been, maybe
don't
we
know.
need to look into that.
Yeah,
They're
maybe, yeah,
downstairs.
Yeah, I can't, you know, I didn't go down the basement. And speaking of that, it's another thing at the Green Show, we gotta clean out that basement. Snowmobile Club years ago had their yard sale and left a bunch of crap, and then of course, rec department did stuff, and there's still a bunch of crap. That basement has gotta be hoed
And the stairwell.
on the stairwell, yeah, because that's not safe. But, so Green Show needs a little TLC.
Maybe we will. Did anybody make a motion on this?
No,
I make a motion
Obtain bid?
Prices,
Yeah.
For the
he did,
prices, okay.
with the,
with the
Yes,
edit,
with your addition.
yeah.
Okay,
but we haven't voted on it.
okay.
I'll second the motion. All the prices and with the attention.
Okay.
All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor. And I guess get back to Brooks's question after this. You just give a date when you wanna go in and use that.
And we'll write it on the calendar and the time.
Have you ever tried to pin Joel down?
Yeah, a true story. Yep.
In the grocery store, is the best place.
Yeah, she's a hot one.
Okay, Bethel Food Pantry request.
I think that goes on the town meeting
It
stuff.
does, but I just wanted to, bring it to you to show you what he was asking. I told him, I would take it to the board and see if it could be added to our request, because the way he talked the first time, I got the impression that he thought it was gonna happen right off. But,
My sentiments there is, I mean, unless they're really in a crisis, that should be the same as everybody else.
Now, we have a date for most of these, right? When they request have to
oh
be
yes,
made.
they have to
or-
be made in, by March
It's the
something.
beginning of March.
March, yeah, I think we put March 1st, March 6th or something. Yes. Which he'll be in there because he's never asked before,
Right.
so he would be added. He, I should say, the food pantry.
It's still kinda odd how they figure out, how they come up with that 4%.
Yeah.
I mean, Western Maine Transportation used to actually come and speak to us in Norway and Oxford
Yeah.
and Greenwood.
If we ask them to come for town meeting, they would,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
A lot of them ask if they need to come,
yeah. But I mean, this
Yeah.
Bethel Food Pantry,
yeah,
since we've never dealt with them before, maybe
Yeah.
they should come and let the taxpayers hear
yeah,
how they work, get their formula.
yeah.
I know that they've increased their usership since they moved across from Telstar.
They also don't have any parameters on income, which I could
Or
go
where
off
you
on
come
that.
from either.
Right,
They'll
yeah,
take anybody.
yeah. I mean, there's people coming up from Oxford, really?
Well, they
Seems like
probably-
the gas they spent to get here and back could be better well spent, but that's neither here nor there. Not on their board.
No, but we can ask him to come to town meeting anyway. Yeah. Not a problem.
I'll give everybody a chance to ask questions too.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll ask the library to come. If she wants.
Okay, this was brought up before.
It
too.
was, and they sent another letter. They're aware that everybody, you saw that got the letter. And it was quite pricey, but they're working on trying to bring it down. I don't know if they'll,
What are we talking about?
ACO.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I understand it's for the whole county and mileage is gonna be different wherever they go, but I don't know, it doesn't look like they're charging us for mileage, but that could be an expense.
Yeah. But right now, we do not have an ACO.
The only thing that I can add to that is, on the budget meeting the other night, they're saying that, well, responsible pet care is probably about the only one that's taking them, but that's not true, cause you got Harvest Hills.
Right.
Cause a lot of the other ones were in Rumpet and wherever
Right.
have closed. So that was brought up at their meeting the other night, that there is another
Yeah.
animal shelter besides responsible pet care.
Cause I think ours is Harvest
Ours
Hills.
is
Ours is
Harvest
Harvest
Hills.
Hills, so.
see how interested we are.
I think so,
Looking for a
yeah.
commitment.
No, I think he's just looking to see how many would be interested before he pushes much further. That was my take from it.
I would say we don't have anything to lose by kind of following in suit, since we gotta do something anyway.
Yeah,
Need that as a motion?
no, I can just tell him that we, you know,
We're interested.
we're interested, but no commitment.
Yeah.
Keep us in the loop.
Yeah,
Without some real numbers.
yeah.
All right, this is meetings and holidays, Veterans Day and Christmas and New Year's.
Yep. So Veterans Day is a Saturday.
So why don't we just go like on Monday or Thursday?
Well, last year you let us take it as a floater. We could use it when we wanted to,
I don't have a problem with that,
but,
as long as it doesn't interfere with whatever's going on.
yeah, no, they've always been good about that if they're not on
Well, in some
television.
ways, it would be an advantage to us.
Yeah,
It would always, you know.
yes,
mean,
the
they
office
could
would be
They'd
open.
be closing the,
Right.
Yeah, they could take the day before if that's what they really want.
Yeah. So, and then, what else did I have? November 22nd, we would close at noon, because that's the day before Thanksgiving, which we always do anyway. December 18th, we're gonna have the Christmas party.
Yep.
Planning board, fire department,
Well, I won't be there, I can tell you that. I don't do parties.
we have dinner.
There's food.
It's dinner, no,
Forget it, I'm not going.
okay. Planning board, fire department, selectmen, we used to have them all the time.
Yep.
And,
Alan's doing the turkeys, I'm gonna do pies, Megan's doing potatoes, Ben's cooking something with cranberry and feta.
yeah, and we figured anybody,
Yeah, just do potluck.
or town resident that wanted to come, you
Yeah.
know. If you guys are good with that,
The fire department's excited about it, I guess it's something you all used to do.
used to,
They
Yeah.
did, but then they canceled it because there wasn't enough interest.
I don't know, we used to do it, but when I left it.
That might have something to do with the previous administration.
Could be.
Yeah,
We're gonna start back up it again at
Yes,
night.
we're
Yeah.
excited, fire department's excited about it.
Alan used to buy a turkey as long as someone would cook it.
I always.
She's already been mentioned, yeah.
Yep. Yes,
Now, when they say this, they don't exchange gifts or anything, but if,
no,
I don't know if anybody's got kids anyway, that would, well, you do.
I do.
we used to buy stuff with kids.
I
We
mean, that's
used to do we did a Yankee swap type thing, but I would prefer to do something with kids. I like doing stuff.
The fire department has said no Yankee swap, that's all they said.
Right.
They didn't get into, they didn't discuss anything else, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, ask them, find out if they haven't, if any of them have kids.
Well,
Any of them have kids?
They used to, take a donation or a collection and they would
No,
donate it to Out the Bethel.
Oh, the Christmas, families for Christmas, or Christmas for families,
I mean,
or, yeah.
we can have a jar set up, we don't have to,
We always used to just, everybody on the, would
Yeah,
make a donation and
yeah,
they would.
put it in the boot, if you wanna
Yeah.
donate, we're gonna do, this is where the
Yeah.
money's gonna go. But I don't, no pressure, I don't,
No.
I don't, yeah, I don't want
No.
people to feel like they have to pay to come eat,
no,
that's not what I want
Oh,
them to
no,
do.
that's not,
Yeah,
this was just something, I think we even did it before
Yeah.
Oh,
or
okay.
after the,
yeah, I think so, we did a little collection after.
we have a meeting, 2 weeks, yeah, because next week's still October, for goodness sake, so,
Yeah,
yeah. I can ask at the first meeting,
you meet on the sixth, November sixth.
yeah.
the only thing, other thing I got is November 14th is the next budget meeting.
Okay, so, and I didn't pick the 7th because of course that's election day, so we can't meet on November 7th. The 14th is the county budget.
I mean, there's nothing to say that we can't do it either Monday, Wednesday, or something else, but, or wait and see what we have going on.
Right. At this point, we probably won't have a heck of a lot going on, but the 13th, the assessor's gonna be here, Amy has a meeting that night, you have a meeting the 14th. Planning board's the 15th?
Mm-hmm.
So you're kinda, your week's kinda gone.
Pretty much. So, we meet the 21st would be our next one. I mean, and if we have to have an emergency meeting, we could figure it out. But I mean, if you guys wanna wait till the 21st, we can wait till the 21st.
I mean, if there's nothing real,
At this
that
point in
really
time,
has to be taken care of,
not at this point in time,
21st, that'd be Thanksgiving week, right?
yes.
Was everybody around?
Go on vacation, Jake?
No,
No, me either. Darn. But I mean, if you wanna shoot for that, or,
we'll say the 21st, and then like you said, if there's something
Something
that
comes up.
comes up that we really need to
Okay.
take care of, we'll have a special,
okay, we'll schedule another one.
So you're still talking about the calendar and holidays and all that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
alright, so we're back on the 18th is that, and then 21st is a Wednesday or Thursday,
no,
It's a Tuesday.
no,
Getting back from
November, December.
December.
December 21st is a Thursday, so we would close it. I didn't write the day, sorry. Slacker, I apologize.
I mean, it's pretty much black and white, I mean, it's what you've always done, so,
And
and it's in the
policy.
policy,
Yeah.
so.
Yep, and I'm still working on that, we got one little thing to go over, and next meeting I should be bringing it to you guys.
yeah.
Personnel.
We just upgraded that about, what, 3-4 years ago?
Well, we started to go through it, but we never really,
Completed it?
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with Christmas and New Year's? Or is that just a placeholder?
That's just a placeholder.
Okay.
They're there, they're all good.
Okay.
November 2nd. Oh yeah, November 2nd. We have training, you're gone that day for, what are you going?
Training.
You think you have training too?
I'm training all day for roads. Yeah.
And the three of us are going to Rumford for a motor vehicle, mandatory motor vehicle training, fall training, from 9 to 11, so the office will be open at noon. Or before, depends, you know,
whenever you can get back.
back, yeah, might be 4 o'clock.
Might be a long lunch.
So, yeah.
Update on the interlocal agreement for Tri-Town?
Yeah. Bethel took it to their meeting, of course it was tabled, Hanover sent them a letter. Did I give you guys a copy of the letter?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
I
Well,
got an idea what it's about.
Yeah, it's pretty much about complaining, which is their right,
Yeah.
but every meeting, every time we had a meeting, they were emailed, sent to the,
Never showed up.
never showed up, not a call, not an email, nothing. So, they sent this to the Bethel Selectmen. It's our understanding that some in Bethel and Newry are trying to change the tri-town, solid waste interlocal agreement between Bethel, Newry, and Hanover, which has been in place for 23 years. Mind you, it expired in 2005. I did, when I was here before, Jim Dorr and I worked on it, and to be honest, I can't tell you what happened. I thought we finished it, but I can't find it, I couldn't find it in Bethel, and I couldn't find it here. So anyway, so it's expired. So we were kinda going over it, and what we pay, everything is broke down, allocation of costs. Bethel, we pay Bethel 2% administration fee, which is fine. And it's Bethel, Newry, and Hanover, and there's different percentages for, the cost to run the station, and then the cost for emptying containers and yada yada. So when we were talking about this, we talked about changing the fee to making it 33 1/3 for all of us. Hanover didn't like that. They couldn't figure out where we got the populations. Well, when you look up the population, it's the 2020 census. So they threw out some other numbers. Bethel tabled this again. Half of their board had not read this letter. And they want Scott Cole to be their representative. That's not said in this letter.
I don't agree with that, but
I don't either, because the agreement says that your representative has to be, a registered voter of your town. Well, Hanover's not like that, because Bethel's town manager, well, they don't have one right now, but is not a resident of their town. So they're kind of throwing that out there, so,
But is an employee.
but he's not an employee.
No,
Oh,
but
the
the
manager.
manager's
Yes,
an employee of the
yeah,
town, so.
yeah.
Kinda like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, you don't,
Yes.
it's not a requirement.
So it's still hanging there. So we've been kind of looking around here, in Newry to see what we have to look into about doing our own. We wanna talk to DEP, to see what we would have to do. I mean, most of our property is on aquifer. But we do have a lot on this side that's not,
Oh, we have two on each
big
side.
side.
We
So,
have 2 lots on each side that are not on the aquifer. We don't own them, we'd have to talk to the owner and, start that whole process, but, I mean, we looked at them, they'd be great sites. One of them is perfect on the Sunday River side, it would be ideal. We have one on this side, that would be really good too. So we could do 2 sites maybe. That's not up to me, that's up to you
one's
guys.
enough, but
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Trying to get employees to manage, I'm sure is gonna be
Yeah.
another,
right.
yeah.
But things are just, when we had our meeting, Frank was all for it.
Yeah.
At their meeting, Frank backtracked.
Mm.
Fine, that's his prerogative, but I think, as you know,
I think it's time, if we don't call it bluff and we don't start doing something,
Yep.
it's always gonna be the same,
yep,
They
So
seem to
let's
table
check
everything.
into it
Yeah,
yep,
and see what it's gonna cost us and then,
yep,
yeah.
you
see what
know,
we have to do.
That would be almost like a transfer station, not a dump site.
No, yeah, well,
Right.
no, dump sites aren't allowed.
Oh, I know that, but I meant like brush and things like that.
Oh,
That depends. That depends what you want. I mean, there's stricter
Well, I'm just-
regulations for
I'm just
that.
asking, so when I
We-
get asked a question, I can.
We don't know until we talk to DEP.
Well, I
That's
think
the
That's our
answer.
next step, then, I
Yeah.
would say.
yes,
and, how would we go about Sunday River? I mean,
well, that's,
we invite them to see
yep,
their, what,
Yeah.
because.
Rather than pay for all their dumpsters.
Right,
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
now they must pay something, I don't know what they do.
I
but-
don't know exactly how it's done either.
Well, I
can't
mean,
remember.
there'd have to be some details worked out there,
Oh, yeah.
because,
Maybe they
Yeah.
have a
We can
perfect
hand
piece
it.
of land on Monkey Brook Road. That would be perfect.
but,
Yeah,
Is it theirs?
Yes.
yeah,
I'm just,
yeah, no, we would have to definitely include Sunday River, I mean, there's no doubt about that, because they are a big resort and it's.
They're the biggest stakeholder.
stakeholder, Yeah,
right, so I
so,
mean,
yeah,
we would almost have to have them involved in it
yeah,
to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I would say, let's find out what it would take first,
DEP.
and then, yeah, DEP and whoever else might have to be involved, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then, if we get that information, it looks like it could possibly work, then we could work with them as a group, maybe,
Yeah.
that's my suggestion.
yeah,
Greenwood's been going through this for a couple of years now. I can certainly reach out to Kim and see what her contacts are, and just, instead of reinventing the wheel,
right,
get some information
Yeah.
from her.
But I mean, how many years are we just gonna be pushed to the
That's-
table?
Yeah.
We're already, what, 3 or 4 years? Push
well,
off, push off, push off.
yeah,
And, yeah, well, we gotta do something, so yeah,
Yeah.
well, we'll renew it this year, but,
Yeah.
it's
That's
time
as
for
far
us
as
to
it
do
goes until
something.
it's down to the wire the next time.
Right.
yeah, and this one, the contract with, Casella runs out in June, because they keep extending it for a year,
Right.
so. Yeah.
Why couldn't you, require each subdivision to have their own, dumpster?
Well, there's some kind of rules about that. We used to have them out here.
Yeah.
And then the DEP or somebody, some state organization shut us down from that. And that would probably be the same type of situations we had here.
It'd be a beer buffet.
Yeah.
Some of the subdivisions have their dumpsters. We pay for the hauling and tipping, emptying the dumpsters.
Right.
So we still
So
incur
we still
fees.
have, yeah, but they have, some of them have dumpsters. I have a sheet that
I wonder if they
says
ever
how
got
many
a permit
dumpsters
for
are
that
there.
or not, you know, but
I don't know, I don't know,
probably nobody ever questioned it,
yeah,
you know.
but,
I mean, when they have a new subdivision come in or something, is there anything saying that they
Says
have?
the solid waste will be taken care of by the town of Newry.
So,
So our the transfer station we share now with Bethel and Hanover. That's what our ordinance requires. So that could be why,
right,
back many years with all these different subdivisions, why we pay to tip those dumpsters. Just,
The residential ones
right.
it's the commercial
Commercial.
ones that's a problem.
And that's why this started, because Bethel doesn't seem to wanna talk about having the contractors pay a fee. The dumpster alone is $1,000 or $1,500 to land it on site. Then they pay per ton to dump it. If we charged a flat fee per construction site, when I issue building permits, I mean, that might be an option. But then somebody needs to police that. And I don't think that's fair, the transfer station employees to say, well, which job site that's coming from? They
yeah,
don't know. They don't know what's under construction around Newry and Bethel, especially, I'm gonna say especially Newry. I
yeah,
mean,
They couldn't hardly keep track of it unless they rode around every week.
yeah,
Right,
right,
right. So anyway, there's nuances to all of this that need to be hammered out, and we'll start with DEP, because they're the biggest one.
right. I mean, it can't hurt to ask,
Mm-hmm.
that's our thought.
I mean, we still have to have somebody haul it away and,
Yeah, well, there's a lot of
Yeah.
pieces to it, but you know
Yeah.
what, we gotta start somewhere, and we're just kinda like
well, we just keep getting swept
going round
aside,
and round,
so.
yeah,
yeah, no, I don't disagree. I mean,
Yeah.
I've said,
I know.
Right along.
I've said back along,
Yes, you
maybe
did.
we should look into doing a door pickup.
You
once
did
a
say
week.
that, yeah, and I did call about that, and I couldn't get anywhere with it, but,
There's really not many that do Archie's.
yeah, actually, none of them have enough
That's it,
manpower at
yeah.
this point in time.
Right. Which is why the commercial dumpsters are so hard to
Yeah.
get. They don't have enough drivers.
Right,
It snowballs.
so, then we'll start with DEP, and then we'll
Okay.
See what we
see
have.
what we can do, yeah,
Okay.
see where we go. That works?
Works for me.
Okay. I gave you a copy of the proposed state evaluation.
If you wanna know who's on on the top,
I don't know who it is.
Nah,
I do.
I think it starts with an N and ends with a Y. Might have a Newry in there.
People from like Rumford and places, they
They're
don't-
going
They don't
down.
even believe it, you know, when you say
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I get, well, but Rumford, well, I'm probably getting smaller with the mill and Black Mountain. and
Well, that,
Maple.
the buildings are all getting older, so they're not valued as
Right.
much too.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
but Bethel's
right up there.
right
Bethel's-
up there.
Bethle's climbing,
Well,
so,
Yeah.
Lovell's right up in there too.
Well,
Yeah.
last year,
Lovell, no way.
we were 713,850,000. Now we're 961,450,000.
And next year,
Bethel went 654,750 to 879,350, so,
but we have had quite a bit of building.
yes, we have,
in
it hasn't
town.
it has not slowed down.
yeah,
And we have another new lift going in, or
Right.
two.
Uh,
so,
Big ones.
yeah. If I skied it would be great, but I'm not gonna. That's just not my cup of tea.
Can I do my report before you go to executive session?
Well, I would say that we should do the code enforcement deputy
Yeah.
and do them, and then the ones that have to stay.
Thank you.
Will you be making any decisions after the executive session?
No,
No.
So you want me to go?
No, we'll let the code in office, in case the code enforcement report, not the road report.
Yeah, you want me
We're
to?
gonna
Yeah.
have first.
Go now, is what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk,
now.
leave, yeah.
Talk.
Leave.
Well, we need to know.
I'm
Well, I
out.
thought you was asking whether you. could leave or
Exactly.
not.
So we had Loretta and I had a 2-hour-long meeting with FEMA representatives about the May 1st storm damage and got a bunch of information that they thought was awesome that we had ready for them, and then a whole bunch more that we still need to get. So working with Cross, Loretta's working on the administrative side, I'm working on the roadside with Cross, and doing all the spreadsheets and all the forms that they want filled out and getting those detailed. It's by GPS coordinates per culvert, per side of the road that got damaged. I mean, it's intense how
Yeah.
detailed that this needs to be.
Federal government.
They're here to help. So,
They're here to help, not pay us.
Well,
We
no,
get
they-
the charge for the extra time we gotta put in to do this.
well, that's the other side of the thing that we need to work on also is the management side. So we'll be going back through some of our time cards and going, you know, especially that first 2 weeks right after the storm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I spent at least 20 hours a week, you know, driving back and forth, talking with Cross, getting materials, talking to citizens, this is damaged, that damaged, this needs to be swept. So we were quite busy those first couple of weeks. And then it petered out through the summer because the work was done. Had another go around in July, and then right now, just these last couple of days. We have 40 building permits. We probably have a $4 million house set of plans sitting on my desk. I'm waiting for bigger plans because the print's so small I can't read it. You know the magnifying glass? Because the
Oh,
house
he
is
called to get the address today, to send it to, so.
good.
It should be coming.
Awesome, all right. We have one subdivision that's been dormant for probably a decade. That's actually been sold and it's come back, and they're gonna start breaking ground and going to work in there. Can't talk about names because they're not here, so I don't talk about names. And then we have another new subdivision being proposed. Guess where? Merrill Hill. Up that neck of the woods. And that's just it's been very busy as far as the code stuff. The FEMA incident command training that I went to in Alabama was very eye-opening. And I don't think I'll try to get anything done before ski season starts with the mountain, but they're our biggest stakeholder. But, you know, then there's the chamber, there's Bethel Fire, Bethel Rescue, Medcare. There's all these moving parts, the federal government.
Yeah, I've seen the list of that.
Yeah, it's
Like
interesting
that.
to see who needs to come in and plan those events. I'm gonna start immediately with the mountain. We've got the 2 hotels, they're quite large. We don't wanna see what happened in North Conway happen here. So we wanna make sure that their plans and our ability to help with those plans is, you know, worked on the tabletop exercise. And then, you know, get Bethel involved, because they come to every big structure fire we have a call for, so they also need to be involved, so. That'll be a lengthy planning process, come about April.
Some of them, I mean, we got hotels, but we got condominium projects, it's almost as big as the hotels.
That's right, I mean, in all of those structures, I believe they're all sprinkled. So that's our saving grace, is that we do have that.
If the sprinklers work.
And that's a fire marshal's issue.
Yeah, and they don't seem to be,
They don't seem to be real excited about it. Nope.
Now, don't most of them places have to be tested?
They do, but they only pull like a sample 5 heads in so many square feet. So maybe each floor of the Jordan or the Grand gets 5 heads pulled a year. You know, Cascade, Fall Line, Brookside, any of those big structures. I do know that the new management company for a couple of those condos over there has been going through the sprinkler systems. We've been talking with them. No different than any other resort community, whether it's on a lake or the ocean or a mountain. I'm sure they all have the same battles to work through when it comes to making sure that we're ready to evaluate and work any emergency that comes up, so. That's what this training taught me, and it was very, very good, and I like it a lot. And I brought it right to the fire department. We're all excited to get to work on it in the spring. I think that's it.
you know, we had to take when I became selectman, I had to take a course on that.
We all took NIMS.
Yeah.
This is incident command at the federal level,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. It's more compact, but it's also more fluid in how you can work that unified command versus just incident command. It was really cool. I liked it a lot. I'd go back to that training facility in a minute. They have their ducks in a row. Any questions? I'm gonna get ready to put the roads out to bid, probably mid-January, February. so we have it ready to go for,
Do we wanna put the bridge out again?
we are working with the engineer to see where they're at. They were tasked to putting that out to bid, and they were gonna contact some of their select bid list and find out why no one bid on it. We haven't heard back from the Calderwood Engineering yet.
No, and I emailed him today, and I was just checking my email to see if I heard back. He read my email. I did not answer my email.
The asphalt schedule's gonna wiggle a little bit. We have a sinkhole out at letter S that Cross has been out and digging up and investigating, if not today, tomorrow. Their asphalt plant is in town, so we wanna get that patched before it gets any colder. We're gonna asphalt from there, basically Nordic Knoll, and then come down about 1.5 miles versus continue the way we have worked, which is south to north. And then we'll have to fill in the middle of the year after, or maybe we'll decide to do all 3.5 miles, that'd be up to you all, but
Yes, budget, will tell you that.
it will, yeah. I don't think the only other road that's gonna be on the list is Valley View, and that has some culverts, it has driveway culverts, it has a cross culvert across the road, if not 2. And I know we have at least 2 culverts, one on Timberline and one on Greenbrier, that we're gonna have to redo next year. So we do have some road work that's gonna happen next year.
Sounds like you're on top of it.
Well, a high-speed wobble some days, but yeah. I think that's everything.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Deputy clerk.
So people have been registering their dogs, that's going well. We sent out postcard reminders, that was very helpful. Had more than 20, we just sent them out a week or so ago, so that's pretty good for a little town. And taxes, we're doing really well with collecting those. It seems like most have paid.
Yeah.
You have your
I think so.
usual,
Yeah.
some of them.
Yeah.
We will be sending out foreclosure notices next month. And there are 4 pieces of property by 2 different owners. And we have talked to one of the owners and emailed with another one. Just trying to not go that process.
Try to save them costs.
Try
and
to
us
save
cost.
them cost, it's a lot of
Cost
cost
time.
to do this
Yeah.
time, you have to run to the registry with the documents. So we've done all we can with that.
Gotcha, yeah.
And that is,
So the chamber has sent us their, an email about the awards. Whoops, wrong thing, where is it? I just got it. Their, big awards that they do. It's gonna be Friday, November 3rd. And it's gonna be at the Grand Summit Ballroom. Starts at 5:30, it's a social hour silent auction, it's $45 a person. If anybody is interested in going. I'm not.
So what are the awards for?
It's the Henry Hastings Award, the Business of the Year Award. I can't remember who got them now. I know Missy Johnson got one. She works at Northeast Bank. I think she got the, that's not showing it here.
They have something.
Oh, here it is. Business of the Year, Bennett Automotive and Power Equipment. Henry Hastings Award for Citizenship is Missy Wakefield. Education Professional of the Year, Arlen Hale. You might have to go, Gary. Employee of the Year Award, Akela Curtis, the Spice lady, Genesis Spice. Special recognition, the Congo Craftsman. Those are the awards that I like this year.
The Congo craftsmen who built all of the
Benches.
benches.
Yeah, and
Okay.
picnic tables.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we get to dress up for this event.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's usually a nice dinner and then everybody gets up there and talks.
Yeah, you get to go up there.
Um, I
Thank you.
Yeah, that's about what I said. I didn't say too much when I got mine. That's a long time ago.
You get
Yeah.
to listen to, well, I got to listen to Dr. Murphy.
Yeah, Steve White. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Robin Zinchuk, she was always big on it, but I don't know if she's, well, she's not.
Oh, she's not part of the chamber anymore, is she?
I don't think so. But it's a nice gesture. We need to talk about our, well, I haven't come to you with a date yet for our special town meeting, because I'm still waiting on the auditor, and planned on talking to her today, but my day got a little messed up, so I did not get to chat with her, but it's on my list for tomorrow. And that's about all I have.
Okay. So I guess we will adjourn this meeting, we go, how do we word it?
Right there.
There's the numbers right there, I think, for MRS.
I move that the board go into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 405GA to discuss a personal matter with the town administrator.
I'll second it.
So, but do we have to recess our meeting and come back and?
Yeah, you do.
So I'd call
Yeah.
the selectmen meeting at recess, and then I move to do this. It's been moved and seconded that we go to recess, and then move to go to executive session.
At 5:50 PM. That's right. Who said it?